DC, Johnny Rocket, and we are going to be doing a brand new beer review per Johnny Boy. What you got in stock, son?
I have from Floyds brewery, Broo Doo, an autumn ale.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, you wanted something weird and autumny, and this looks pretty freaking weird. I mean, we have artwork on all 4 sides here of the 6-pack itself. Like, really awesome. What is that, like cyberpunk ogre orc thing? Like,
yeah, it's definitely retro, kind of 80s. They do that at Floyds. They decorate their whole boxes with this crazy ass artwork.
I mean, yeah, I kind of like it's not just like the same logo, the same piece of art. We've got like a ton of different things going on here, which is super neat. Well, it even says it's not normal.
Wow, that is a crazy looking beer logo. Look at the colors on that bottle. That is awesome. I've always loved their artwork, and I gotta be honest, I think their beer is fantastic. I mean, it's strong, and it's definitely different almost every single time you try one of their beers, like Alpha King or the Laser Snake, I mean, or maybe even Gumball. I mean, they're all different with different notes. So I'm curious what this thing is gonna be all about. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, sir. That's different.
Yeah, that's just like a level like IPA. Like,
yeah, for Floyds, that's definitely subdued.
That's not normal. I mean, you think, I mean, it only says freaking harvest ale, so you're thinking something like maltier, more roasted and caramel and stuff, but no, this goes left when everything else goes right.
Yeah,
like,
this is definitely just a kind of a straightforward IPA. It doesn't really like say too much about the beer itself outside of it glorifies American hops. Broo Doo is brewed using fresh green wet hops picked right from the vine and put into the beer vats from vine to brew house in one day. I said that really wrong, but this is a standard beer from Floyds, which is very unusual.
also called Broo Doo, so obviously some crazy voodoo magic happened on this batch of Harvest Ale, and you get an India Pale instead. So
that's definitely a good point.
I think if they had cranked it up to something flavor profile of Laser Snake, like it would have been too, like people would have been like, oh gosh, it would have been too much. But the fact that it's like more reserved and just well-rounded.
Yeah.
You know, you can go, oh, that's different. Like, that kind of caught me off guard, but it doesn't make you go, ah, you know, like, you know, you ever like go to drink like a pop, but it's like an iced tea instead, or vice versa, and for the split second your brain's like, ah.
When I was reading it, you know, trying to look for any information I could, I had noticed the like fresh off the vine, you know, spot as well, and I feel like that's exactly the note I'm getting. Like it feels earthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels earthy, and I don't know. I kind of associate like earthiness if we're gonna go with like the autumn theme, like the changing of seasons. So I don't know. Like this kind of it does remind me of fall, like in a roundabout way.
I want that wham bam thank you ma'am that I know Floyds for, and I didn't get it. But you're right. It says it's not normal. Maybe they're telling that to their fans, like, hey, slow down a bit. This ain't Laser Snake. This is our Oktoberfest beer. You know, try it on for size.
I mean, but then it's almost like I look back at the art here now. I'm thinking like, why didn't I like expect this in the first place? Honestly, like, what kind of a Harvest Ale has pictures of like cyberpunk orcs?
Can we finish them? That's the real question.
We can try it right now.
Take it okay, let's do it. Okay.
That was 90.
Actually, I'm going to say this. Whoa. Chugging it changes the flavor profile. All of a sudden, I got a rush of everything mixed, and I caught something like vaguely fruit at the very end.
We should have poured these into a glass.
We are not the true beer aficionados.
Instead of glass, we just poured it into our mouth instead. Same effects.
So out of 10 stars, I gotta give this Broo Doo a solid 6.5 going on 7.
Well, for me, like usually, you know, these kind of dank beers, they aren't in my wheelhouse, but I gotta say, like, this one isn't like a total punch in the face. Like this one, I actually feel like it is reserved, it's subdued. I feel like if you're kind of like trying to get more into those types of beers, this is maybe a good place to start.
Good point.
And I definitely feel like this would be good like at a bar with some bar food, you know, that type of thing. So for me, I'm right where you're at. I'm going 6.5. I feel like it's a solid beer, but it's not my favorite.
Right. Yeah. Rocket.
I'd say this is maybe tickling my fancy a little more than y'all's. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I thought it was pretty alright.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, Three Floyds can't really make a bad beer. I mean, everything they do feels like there's a lot of love and care and craft that goes into it, including their, package art is just phenomenal. It really speaks to me, So that's the review. I hope we've been informative, guys.